Huh. Oh, jeez. It looks terrible. It looks all right, I guess, but oh, jeez. Hmm. 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 Let me see. Huh. Yeah, connection is fairly good. Yeesh. Yeesh. I don't know. I'm looking pretty rough. It's looking like I got a bunch of Vaseline smeared onto my camera. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of that at all. Hmm. Let's see if that does anything. Just gonna do a little bit of this and that. Yeah, I don't know if that really did anything there. I've got my little Logitech thing open. So let me just fiddle around with that some more. I'm on 60 FPS, full HD resolution here. I don't even know if that. I don't even know if any of this makes sense. Hmm, 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 hmm. I, I don't know. I mean, I guess this looks all right. Hey there, Jeremy Five. Hope you're doing good, brother. I am fiddling around with some things here. Oh, well, actually, it's looking pretty decent now. It's I say decent, but well, decent for me. It's pretty good for me. Ah, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I think I will close out my other tab already. Ah, sweet, 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 sweet. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? I traveled the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to be abused. Ah. Ooh. If the picture quality drops, just bear with me here, guys. Bear with me, bear with me. Let me see. Hopefully, you guys are doing good. I'm just relaxing. It's a Tuesday. I got the day off, so it's like, oh, sweet. You know, all that good stuff. I just had, ooh, gosh, like 72 ounces of smoothie, shake, smoothie. I'm not, I don't know if it's really a smoothie. It's definitely a shake. It's very icy. I don't know. Yeah, I had a big old shake for breakfast and lunch. Uh, Gosh, it was a lot. It was a lot. So basically, what I did was I got a bunch of ice. Got a bunch of ice, probably put in like 5 cups worth of ice. Then I got about a cup's worth of pineapple, frozen pineapple that we had in our freezer. Maybe a 1/6 cup of grapes, frozen grapes that we had. and then like another sixth of a cup of blueberries, frozen blueberries, blueberries. So I got some ice, blueberries, grapes, pineapple. Then I put in a breakfast essential. I think it's like a carnation essentials. One of those breakfast shake mixes. Put in one of those, and then I added just a little extra cocoa powder in there, and made just a monstrous shake. Just gosh, it was gigantic, and I kind of just had it. I didn't like chug the whole thing in one go. I had it intermittently, intermittently. But yeah, it was very pleasant, very nice. Yeah, yeah. Anyways, let me see. Hopefully, we're all doing good wherever you may be. Eh, I don't know if you can see this big carpet, this rug that I got in the back there that I got hanging up. It's Godzilla rug that I got for back in Christmas time. But the thing's like 5 feet long. I think it's about a 5 by 3, not 5 by 2.5, maybe. But yeah, I was like, oh, let me just hang it up, because it looks kind of nice on the wall. But we got Sven the Naked Nordic Ninja. Is Sven the Naked Nordic Ninja. Anyway, a Godzilla-sized shake. I mean, yeah, it's pretty big. It's a pretty big shake. 72 ounces. It's like 9 cups. 9 cups. It was very nice. It was very pleasant. It was a lot of ice, so I'm definitely very hydrated. Definitely very hydrated right now. Yeah. Oh. So, let me just take a moment to kind of just fill you in on what I've been doing. Let me just take a quick, brief moment here. Just open up another tab, just check out this stream here, see how it looks. Because sometimes I think it looks like how it appears on StreamYard. And then when I look at the replay, I'm looking like a freaking Picasso painting talking to you. A pixelated Picasso painting. A little bit of alliteration there. Pixelated Picasso painting. Pixelated Picasso painting prattles perniciously. Yeah, perniciously. I think that's a word. Let me see here. There's the stream. Let's see. The moment of truth. Oh, it looks nice. It looks nice. Let me exit out of that so that the connection gods don't get like angry with me. The internet gods. Anyways, so yesterday I had a very fun time on Moira Kitty's channel. She had a celebration. She had a couple celebration streams. Two celebration streams celebrating her monetization. It's really cool. It's really cool. I popped on to the first stream that she had at like, I think it was like 4:30, 5 o'clock or something like that. Because I had just gotten off of work, but she had already been streaming for like 3 hours. So I was on there for like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, I think. It was nice. Got to see Polly, aka Latino Slant, and got to talk with some other people there, like DJ Odyssey and The Price is Right. I think, yeah, The Price is Right reviews, and of course Moira. So that was real fun. Had some fun there. Had some laughs. Talked about a few things. Talked about Godzilla versus Kong, that Mortal Kombat movie that came out recently. I talked a little bit about Castlevania season 4. And had fun times. Then later on, like I think 3 or 4 hours later, Moira streamed again, and I popped onto that for like an hour and a half. Watched this drug PSA called Nightmare on Drug Street. It was all right. I mean, it was a drug PSA. It's directed towards kids, so you see like kids dramatizations of children going through drugs and drug addiction and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it was interesting. Sorry, I had a little bit of it must have been some pineapple. I don't know, from this shake. I had some pineapple. Hmm. Don't you hate that? Don't you freaking hate that? You're talking, and then all of a sudden you get this little tiny bit of food that you just like kind of like works its way out of some crack or crevice in your mouth, and you're just like, anyways. Oh, oh yeah, wait. What was I saying again? Anyways, hopefully you guys are doing good, man. Oh gosh, kind of just relaxing, getting back into things. Um, mm, mm, having a little bit of a stretch. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Ooh, cracked the neck a little bit. Dancing cheek to cheek. Oh yeah. So this other thing I've been doing is right now I'm working on a bit of a project with JW Accent. Pardon me. Whew. I was gonna burp a bit. Yo, it's a trap. It's a trap. Hope you're doing good. I'm doing well. I am doing well. Let me go off camera for a moment to pull up this little thing here from JW Accent. Right now, I'm doing some voice work with him on a project that he is currently doing. Let me pull this up. Let me find it first on the Twitter. Let's see, JW Accent. If you're unfamiliar with him, he's a really cool guy. Let me. Oh, what the heck? He doesn't have his YouTube link on his Twitter page. What the heck, dude? Gosh, now I gotta look that up on the YouTube. Okay, here, let me do that real quick here. JW Accent, really nice guy, really good friend of mine. Gotten to know him pretty well over the last, maybe year and a half. Yeah, I'd say last year and a half. Almost 2 years. We're going on 2 years now. But anyways, here's his channel. I'm going to post that. I'm going to copy, and I'm going to paste it into the chat. Oh, sweet. You've been reading King Kong versus Tarzan. Oh, that's great, man. That is awesome. That is really great to hear. I'm going to put, let's see, I'm going to put JW Accent. JW Accent's channel. So Jay's channel on YouTube is JWorks Productions. He's a really cool guy. He's been doing this for a while. He's been doing this for a long time. Whether it's been doing creepypastas, doing audio stuff like The Monsters Inside Me, or Hard Knocks. Right now, he's currently working, or he's going through Shadows of the Empire, that book from the Star Wars universe. I think he's on chapter 5. Yeah, he just did chapter 5. And he does a lot of other things too. Oh, hello, Mr. The Price is Right. Hope you're doing good. I'm just relaxing. I'm relaxing on my day off. It's very nice. I had a monstrous shake earlier for breakfast and lunch. I had like, gosh, what was it? Like 72 ounces of ice, pineapple, blueberry, and grapes blended in a lovely concoction. But anyways, there, check out JWX's channel. I'm not going to tell you subscribe to him now. I'm not going to go like that. I'm going to say check him out, watch some of his videos. If you like it, do the usual thing, like, subscribe, share. I know that he would really appreciate that, and I know that I would really appreciate that as well. Very talented individual. He does art commissions. He does audio dramas, like I was previously saying. Right now, I'm currently working with him on a project that he has been doing, or that he is currently working on. Let me just pull up that Twitter post that he initially announced this on. Let me see. Let me see here. What do we got? It's a ways. You know how Twitter is. You always got to scroll. You got to scroll, and kind of just guess which day it was on, the particular post that you're looking for. And then you got to kind of hope that you find that in a semi decent manner. Oh, sweet. I've never actually played Red Dead Redemption. I haven't played the first one, haven't played Red Dead Revolver, or whichever that kind of, that older game was. And I haven't played Red Dead Redemption 2 either, but I've seen and heard that it's a beautiful looking game. And who knows, maybe I'll sing a bit of a tune. I treated Jeremy 5 to a bit of a tune earlier, but it's all a matter of chance. Let me see. We're still scrolling. Scrolling. Red Dead Redemption 2 is addictive. You can create your own Western story. I really enjoy those kinds of things. I remember when I first played Skyrim, The Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, Fusroda, anyway. That was an incredibly fun night because I stayed up all through the night, all the way to the next night, the night of the next day. Just nonstop playing that game. So freaking fun. Here we go. Here is what I was looking for. Oh yeah, and I got these little clips.
It is just as I wished.
It is just as I wished. Okay, here we go. Let me share screen, and we go to tab. Actually, window. There we go. I think. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. That ain't bad. Not bad. So okay, here's JW Accents. J Accents Twitter profile here. Here's kind of his outline script for Sinbad and the Island of Ashal. So here is a post saying the cast of his little audio drama here. You have Dennis Collins Jr., me, Mongo's Big Things. You have AFK Bard, and I was like, holy cow, that is amazing. Like, I freaking love AFK Bard. Who doesn't love AFK, honestly? Oh, wow. I'm seeing that my connection is unstable. Hopefully, y'all can still hear me. Let me see here. I'm in the minority with this take, but Skyrim is trash. It's incredibly basic. The actual, gameplay of it, It's incredibly basic. That's basically what I'll say. It's like, okay, we slash with your weapon. All right, it's very straightforward. You slash, you block, you two-hand a weapon, you block with a two-hand weapon. You do that kind of stuff. Shield bash, all that stuff. I think where it's really fun is just some of the magic. Of course, you have your shouts, you have all the different schools of magic that you can spec into. But yeah. Oh, and we got the DJ Odyssey. DJ. If you ever play Red Dead Redemption 2, you're more than welcome to join my club, the Magnificent Mavericks. I've never played Oblivion. Never played Oblivion or Morrowind, actually. I'll have to do that someday. Maybe someday. Oh gosh, Fallout 4. I really like that game too. I kind of wish you could ride a horse or drive a car in Fallout 4. There's probably a mod for that. I wouldn't be surprised, but I really like Fallout 4. That's really fun. Super mutants, all those kind of things, the death claws. For the love of all that is holy, why are you not using dark mode on Twitter? It's a good point. It's a good point. And speaking of Twitter, back to this, you got AFK Bar, you got me, you got Dennis Collins Jr., you got Storyman Jack, who's also going to be one of the voices in this audio drama that Jay Exon is doing. You have Ty Anderson. Now, really, I don't know the other two people. I'm only familiar with AFK Bard and Storyman Jack. But this is really cool. It's really fun. I had a chance to do some voice work for Jay on a previous project that he was doing. It was called Alika Hard Knocks, which was fun. It was a fun thing. They do have karma mods. Okay. I mean, yeah. It seems obvious, right? Someone's going to mod in something like that because, it's like you don't want to just fast travel everywhere. Some of the fun is like getting into your power armor, turning on the tunes, the little radio on your Pip-Boy, and walking into the irradiated wastes of Fallout 4. Even a TARDIS mod? Holy cow. I gotta watch some of these. There's definitely videos. Oh yeah. That's the thing. I kind of like the white. I like the white. Anyway, let me see. What do I have on my phone? I think I don't actually have the Twitter app on my phone, but I do just have it on plain white on my phone. It's a browser. Huh. Yeah, maybe someday. Maybe someday I'll change that. I'll stop sharing that tab, but it's very cool. Very cool. Let me see. Actually, let me pull up. Let me see. What other things? Oh, hopefully you guys are doing good. Lots of people down in the chat, which is always nice. Always nice. DJ Odyssey. We got Sven the Naked Nordic Ninja. We got It's a Trap Productions, The Price is Right review. We had Jeremy 5, Russia Approved in the chat as well. But yeah. So again, you want to check out a channel that does really a lot of creative things, then I would recommend that you check out JWXN. Like I was saying earlier, you can commission. He does art commissions. He does funny videos. He reads books like Shadows of the Empire. He's doing that right now and uploading those to YouTube. He sings. He does a lot of things here and there, and I think it's very neat. Back when I was just kind of starting on YouTube almost 2 years ago, coming up on 2 years now, But I started doing YouTube, and I was like, oh, let me just make a Twitter, and then I can link my YouTube to that Twitter, and have some fun with that, and kind of just share videos on Twitter too. And I jump onto Twitter, and I'm kind of just there. I'm just there, a person there. And then one day, somebody that I had followed liked or retweeted a video that Jay was doing, and he was just talking. He was just doing a Yoda impression. He was doing Yoda. There was another video where he was doing Palpatine, and it was freaking hilarious. Just so freaking hilarious. And I let him know, I'm like, man, this is so funny. And, I thanked him and all that stuff. And, that was the beginning of a beautiful acquaintance. And then that acquaintance became a friendship. And then, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. But let me see. Yeah, I wanted to kind of just pop on, just kind of relax, hang out for a bit. I don't know. Maybe I'll try and stream some gameplay later today. Maybe in an hour or two. Yeah. Because I was playing Neo on PS4 like a week or two ago, and it's actually a pretty fun game. The first Neo. I'm really into Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3. I haven't played Dark Souls 2. But Neo was a nice kind of, not evolution, but it was a nice similar game. It's got a lot of similar elements to Dark Souls. It's a little bit faster than Dark Souls. You have a little bit more variety in just your move set, which was very much appreciated for that game. Yo, Orange Hat Reviews. I saw that you finished Castlevania Season 4, man. And I think you said you liked it. And I was like, sweet. Let me ask you, real talk here, real talk. What did you think of death in that show? Okay, spoiler alert. Spoilers. I'm going to put that banner up. Spoilers for Castlevania. Spoilers for, let me type this up, for Castlevania Season 4. Okay, I got that saved. Now I'll put that up. There we go. Spoilers for Castlevania Season 4. So what did you think of death in Season 4 of Castlevania? If you don't mind me asking, of course. If you don't mind me asking. Honestly, the design, spot on, Granted, I'm a guy who has never played the Castlevania games. I don't know any of the lore or any of the real background. Oh, you read my mind, dude. Good design. It's hard to screw up death. The Grim Reaper kind of thing. Big skeleton dude. Kind of reminded me of one of the dudes from that anime Bleach. One of the Arankar, skeleton dude, anyways. Bad scaling, power scaling. I don't know. Maybe, it was definitely noticeable, especially in the final kind of battle. It was like, okay, he's kind of CGI animated or some stuff like that. Too many F-bombs for someone of that stature. You could not be more right. Like, oh gosh, is something odd, something that I noticed. I kind of talked a little bit about that the other day on Moira's channel, where there's kind of this humor, kind of a sarcastic, dry humor that a lot of characters, size scaling, yes. Okay, yeah, that's very apparent, definitely. Yeah, one moment he's like 3 to 4 times taller than Saint Germain, and then in the final fight, he's like 50 feet tall. That makes sense. But there's kind of this weird, not weird, and obviously this is my perspective, but the humor, the dry, sarcastic humor, obviously Trevor Belmont, that's kind of what he's known for. Oh, yes, I'm a Belmont. F this, F that. Now we go through my story, that kind of a thing. But there are kind of a lot of characters who have that sense of humor. Carmilla, Lenore, um, Hector, they kind of have that similar kind of humor. And then you have Death, who's dropping like F bombs. He's like, I will eat your soul, Trevor Belmont. Then I will shit it out. And then I will effing suffocate your girlfriend with your dead effing soul. Just very dissonant. It's very odd. And if you haven't seen this series, but like Castlevania season 4, Death is posing as this other vampire, some English vampire. I forget his name. He looked cool, and he was very crass and vulgar as that identity in his disguise, and that made sense. And then he becomes, he sheds the disguise. The illusion is broken, and keep talking like that. I'm almost, oh gosh. He's having a good time. Sven's having a good time. Varney, the King of London. That's the one, Varney. So I'm also kind of confused about Death, like kind of mechanically. So Death's whole thing, and again, spoilers for season 4, Castlevania. Death's whole goal is to resurrect Vlad Tepes, Count Dracula. Because Dracula was going to, kill a bunch of humans. He was going to kill all humans, essentially. Which is kind of, his final end game was to kill a lot of humans, and then Death was going to be eating all those dead souls or whatever. That's stupid, because people die every day in this freaking Castlevania world. So it's not like Death is starving. And B, you kill every living thing on Earth, you're going to freaking starve Death. And C, from what it appears, Death can just come into the mortal world and just kill people. So, like, what's keeping Death from just coming into the mortal world and killing people and feeding on the death that he does, right? I don't know. Am I crazy? Is this something kind of weird? And then he's like, I need you to, he's like using Saint Germain and doing all this stuff. I really got to try and write this all out. Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Like at first I was thinking, okay, well, it kind of sounded like Death was kind of unable to affect the mortal realm. And then, when he threatens Saint Germain, I'm like, okay, I could understand, because Saint Germain, he's doing all this stuff with souls right now, all this alchemical stuff. Maybe I could justify it by saying, okay, maybe he's kind of in this realm. Then things kind of go sideways. Gosh, I can't remember exactly what happens, but they screw up the whole ceremony. Trevor destroys the homunculus being, splits it up. That's good. Makes sense, makes sense. And then he drops that key thing, the key thing that has all the souls in it. And then Death like snatches that up, and he like eats some of the soul. He gets the souls from that. And I'm like, okay, is this supposed to like mean something? Is he now able to like act in the physical world now. I don't know. I'm really gonna have to rewatch season 4. I binged that on one of the days. I think it was last Tuesday, maybe last Thursday. I watched so much of that. Let me ask you here. And so this is my favorite character, kind of just throughout from season 2 to season 4, has pretty much been Isaac. Isaac the Forge Master. Then of course, Count Dracula. I mean, who doesn't like him? I mean, he was a pretty great character. Taking the souls was the key. From the key was kind of like a final ration. That makes sense. Yeah. I liked Isaac partially because he did not have that same sense of humor that a lot of the characters had in the series. Like he played it serious, and I was like, "Good on you, man. I like you. You want to get revenge for Dracula's death." And you go on this, he went on this interesting kind of journey in like the desert lands, meeting, creating night beasts, night creatures, fighting against some random sorcerer or wizard dude. And then finally he gets to fight against, he gets to bring the fight to Carmilla, and he succeeds essentially. Yeah, Lenore. Like, I really didn't like Lenore in season 3. I really didn't like any of the female vampires of the Vampire Alliance, or Carmilla's fellow rulers. Lenore was stupid too. I don't know. Like, she's like, if Carmilla does this, there'll be nothing to rule for me. I think this was before she realized that Carmilla wanted to rule the world. It was still at that point where Carmilla wanted to make that huge feeding pen kind of thing. And she was like, oh, if we do this, then there's no need for diplomacy. Well, no, there's still going to be other countries that you're going to have to be diplomatic to some degree with. Of course, that was before Carmilla was like, the world belongs to me. Her character was plucky and manipulative, but also naive. Yes. That is very true. Yeah. And just that little thing where she's like, I want to see what the sun is like, or whatever. She says something like, let me see what you mortals talk about, What's the big deal with the sun? And then she sees the sunrise and she's like, is that all? And then she bursts into flame. I'm like, okay. And really, I mean, I think Hector freaking sucked in season 3. I like Hector a bit more because he was working behind the scenes, just doing his little, his magic thing, those little beads. I'm like, okay, he's got a plan. Let's see what happens. And I was like, yo, sweet dude, when he captured Lenore in that magic cage. I'm like, sweet, freaking awesome. It kind of redeemed him for me. She had range. Yeah. Carmilla. Yeah, Carmilla. Yeah. Like, she had her whole speech about old white men? No, old men. I don't think she said old white men. I think old men. Old selfish men or something like that. And how all their stuff should be mine and stuff like that. I'm like, hey, it's like, okay, this is not out of character. It's not out of character for her. I liked her fight with Isaac. I like that Isaac had his little squad of night creatures. I was kind of hoping to actually see that one night creature, the fly one, the one that started having the berries and stuff. I'm actually kind of surprised I didn't actually see him. You don't actually see that night creature appear again after that episode. I was kind of hoping he'd kind of be one of the main, one of Isaac's main dudes, Isaac did really good with that one night creature that looked like Devil Man. I haven't watched Devil Man, but I'm familiar with the character design. Let me pull up a little image because like when I saw this night creature, I was like, oh, that looks like Devil Man, kind of. It's just similar, I guess. But oh gosh, let me pull up an actual image here. These are all like silhouettes. Ugh. Devil Man, Crybaby, Devil Man design. Devil Man design. Okay. Come on. Where's okay, I guess this kind of looks pretty decent. Share on my oh, I don't want to share video file. Share tab. Devilman design. Okay, yeah, I like the demon that looked like this guy, kind of like Devilman. I was like, okay, you did a really good job with this night creature. Like, you did a really good job. These are all like fan art, but that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. That guy was like really good. I'm like, make more of that kind of night creature. Make more giant night creatures that breathe fire and like kill things. I'm gonna stop sharing that tab, but make more of those. And he makes like a freaking kaiju in season 3 against the wizard. Yeah, I thought Hector and Lenore could have been a good couple. Yeah. She was a misandress through and through, Carmilla. Yeah. Even at the end when she's like, "You're all beneath me. You cannot kill me. You don't deserve my blood." And she stabs herself and it's like a freaking nuclear explosion. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, I didn't know they could do that. Fly Eyes was interesting because he remained sentient after he was converted. The devil demon was badass. Yeah. I'm like, dude, this guy was a real wingman. Not to be not to be cheesy, but he was total wingman. Like he was like helping out Isaac. He was like real smart too. Really enjoyed Castlevania, and I'm sad it's over. Really good story. Animation was great. The voice acting was awesome. Oh my gosh, so many great moments of animation. Like the fights, Carmilla's fight at the end, amazing. I still enjoyed Trevor Belmont versus Death. That was awesome. There's just that fight just before that too. The kind of the gauntlet with all the vampires and night creatures, and it was the trio of Sypha, Alucard, and Trevor. There were a lot of great fights there. I love the Morning Star flail. That is such a great weapon. I would really recommend Blood of Zeus. I've said this a lot over the last week or so. And back when I watched it too, Blood of Zeus. Let me pull this up. Let me open a new tab. It's on Netflix. Blood of Zeus. Share screen. Chrome tab. Here we go. Oh, it's all close up. Blood of Zeus. It's Netflix original anime series. Anime. I never noticed that until now. I don't know. I feel like that's presumptuous. It's a bit lofty to say anime, Maybe animated. I don't know. I'm not an anime. I'm not knowledgeable in that stuff really, but Blood of Zeus is a pretty cool thing. Pretty much, I think it's the same studio, same animation studio, a production studio or whatever. It's really cool. I'm not going to spoil it. It's only got one season on Netflix. It's 8 episodes and it's pretty quick. It's pretty easy to get through. It was released October of last year, October 27th. That was when it were released. And it's pretty cool. Just to give a brief summary, set in the world of Greek mythology, this series revolves around Heron, the demigod son of Zeus, trying to save Olympus and Earth. So it's pretty cool. It's honestly really gives you vibes of Clash of the Titans. You know, that old movie. And, you know, of course, there was a reboot movie and the sequel to the reboot. It really reminds me of Clash of the Titans. You know, that classic tale of demigod child of, you know, Zeus goes on the hero's journey. It's a very simple plot, but that's what I like, and they really did it well. They did it well. Let's see. Hint for my mystery review tomorrow. Trevor Belmont's voice actor will be in the movie I'm reviewing tomorrow. Ooh. That's on my watch list, but I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I'm not really into anime, but I'll certainly try. I'll try certain stuff occasionally. There was one anime that I really liked. It's called Megalobox. That's also on Netflix. I mean, for me personally, I'm not a huge fan of like booby anime, you know? I don't like booby where it's like really like boing boing. And something I liked about Megalobox was it's about boxing. Everyone likes Zeus. My favorite Olympian is his daughter, Artemis. Megalobox, it's a boxing anime. It's a boxing show. But they kind of do a little bit of extra, they put a little bit of fantasy or sci-fi into it, where like they put on these kind of like exoskeletons onto their arms. So the boxers are punching with more force and more stamina and stuff. I think technically there's a lot of real world stuff that should be applied to that because it's like, yeah, what's your classification? What kind of exo armor are you using here? Because we can't have some high class top of the line thing going up against some 50, 60-year-old equipment here. It's not quite good, you know. It's not a fair fight, you know. Or, you know, how do you regulate that? The amount of concussions would significantly increase. Concussions, injuries, death, you know. Anyway, cartoon titties are titties. Yeah. Ooh, don't discriminate. Yeah, I should be better. But Megalobox, I really like that. I guess I think the only other ones I watched on Netflix, I watched Baki because they have like 2 seasons of the new Baki stuff, Baki the Grappler on Netflix. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of exposition, but it's like that over the top kind of funny stuff. I really like that stuff in fighting stuff, fighting shows, you know. I like that a lot. I watched Kengan Ashura. It's another fighting one. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's very similar to Baki. But yeah. Anime. I don't really watch anime too often, but sometimes I do, and it's usually stuff where it's fighting. I watched Beastars, where if you're not familiar with that, let me pull up a screenshot. Beastars. Beastars. Okay, yeah, there we go. Share. B-Stars. It's like a kind of a slice of life, I guess. I don't know. But it's like this, you have anthropomorphic animal kids. You have your main character who's this wolf called Legoshi. And he's in love with this. He likes this rabbit. He likes the rabbit. Little rabbit child. Student. Um, but it's interesting. I found it entertaining. And it's like, okay, there's obvious things where they're like, hey, all these wolf carnivore, they have two kinds of people. You have your herbivores who are like rabbits, cows, goats, those kind of things. Then you have the carnivores or the predators, wolves, lions, tigers, bears, all that kind of stuff. And it's like, okay, well, every predator animal person has the urge to eat flesh, eat meat, but you cannot eat meat in this universe because meat is people. I don't know if they're fish people, but I don't see anybody eating fish in this anime. So I'm assuming there's no fish people. Or I'm assuming if there are, then they don't live on land. But yeah, there's a lot of humorous stuff, a lot of things here and there where it's like, oh, okay, that's funny, Oh, the chicken person lays eggs and takes pride in the legs that the eggs that she lays, It's funny stuff like that. I couldn't really. Oh, I watched Evangelion too. Evangelion, the original series, that was fun. It was fun. Big robots. Evangelion. Yeah, Evangelion. Yeah, I found it enjoyable. Found it enjoyable. Kind of weird near the end, but yeah, a lot of psychological stuff. But it was cool. They have big monsters, big robots. Oh, that looks cool. I like how that looks. But yeah. Anyhow, I think I'm probably gonna start to close it out. Who knows? Maybe I'll try and stream a game later on. And when I say later on, it could be an hour from now, could be 2 hours from now. Heck, it could be 10 minutes from now. I don't know. It's my day off, and I'm like, well, might as well relax a bit, take in the view, breathe a bit, have some fun. Because really, at the end of the day, I do what I want. And how dare you end this stream? uh, oh gosh, gosh, there's so many things, so many things. But lol, yeah. Yeah, probably gonna end it out. I think for now, I'm still waiting on getting a physical copy. I want to get a DVD and a Blu-ray disc of Godzilla versus Kong. And then when I get to that point, I'm definitely going to be making a video. I bounced the idea around earlier, like a month ago, but I was like, oh, it's the everyman's review of Godzilla versus Kong. I'm like, nah, that's cheesy. That's presumptuous too to say that. Like, I am not the everyman. I am me. Not exactly a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm like, yeah, I'll just make a little video, having some fun, pointing out some of the good stuff in Godzilla versus Kong, some of the parts where they could have improved, some things here and there, and just some stuff like, nothing crazy. I'm not going to go, it's not going to be a 5-hour analysis. I'm not going to be Mahler on this thing. I love Mahler, but I cannot do, I am not Mahler. I love him, but I am not him. I am what I am, and that's all that I am. But anyhow, I'm rambling. I'm gambling, and pretty soon I'll be shambling off. So thanks to everybody who passed on through. I guess I'll take this little banner off. It's a very nifty tool there, the little banners on StreamYard. Very nice. It's been a chill stream. And there hasn't been any rabble-rousing or roughhousing, which is always appreciated. I think on Sunday, I'm going to try and read some more King Kong versus Tarzan on stream. I was very tired on this last Sunday. But I'd like to get back into it. It's a Trap has been reading that book, and he says it's been very fun. So big shout out to everybody who passed on through. We had Jeremy Five Russia approved. We had It's a Trap Productions. Oh, we also had Sven the Naked Nordic Ninja. The Price is Right review. Let's see, the DJ Odyssey. We had Orange Hat reviews. And yeah, it's about everybody who passed on through. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate all the comments, all the input that you guys had. Not only do you guys enhance the experience for me, and hey, we had Darth Haster lurking in the shadows. Shout outs to him. Check out his channel. He plays them games. Oh, and Thomas Gilkey. Hide until the end. Little Thomas Gilkey. No, I'm sorry. No, you're not little. I'm just having fun now. But anyways, I'm going to see y'all later. Shout out to each and every one of you. You guys help enhance the stream experience, not just for me, not just for the rest of you guys in the chat, but for anybody else who watches this in the future. And with that, folks, I'm going to say big thanks. And don't forget to
get the honey. Get the honey.
Get the honey. All right. I couldn't resist. Had to do one or two clips. And with that.
Show me how the grass tastes, little man. Ah! Oh!